I'm sorry, but I'm kind of tired of this sort of idea, that those that accept evolution are accepting science, that are accepting true science and that they have no problems with it. It is nonsense. It is stupid. And the facts don't really back this up, because if you look at the actual facts, and I'm referring to religious here, many that accept evolution reject other parts of science just as badly as creationists do. They misrepresent it just as much as creationists. It's not like suddenly they accept all science because they accept evolution. I have many friends that are, Christians and other religions that accept, evolution, accept, natural selection, accept, common descent, and all these things. Yeah, they accept these things. But they'll then turn around and attack Victor J. Stenger, Hawkins, and other scientists, saying that they're not real scientists because they're following dogma. The dogma that God couldn't have created the universe. So they'll turn around and reject other parts of science. They'll turn around and reject parts of science that show that, being gay is natural. Or they'll reject parts that show, cognitive things, that the brain actually has explanations for it. We have them that will turn around and say, yes, evolution is true, but these other parts of science are outside the scope of science. It shouldn't be explored. That scientists are wasting their time. And, I don't know, we get into this idea that because they accept one big part of science, that means every part of science is accepted. No. They still reject. And if you're a Christian or other theist that accepts all of science, even the idea that the universe doesn't require God to be created, let me know. I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm saying that the majority of the theists that I run into stick a sign somewhere in science and say science should not be allowed to examine this because this is where God is. Or at best say science can examine as much as it wants, but it won't find it. They will reject things that may have ethical issues, not because, whether or not we should do it, but that we can't do it. We talk about cloning, stem cells, other things. The question isn't whether it's ethical to do it. They say that we're treading on God's territory, and therefore, this is God's domain, therefore, it's essentially illegal for us to do it. It's a sin to be doing these things, because God has somehow said these bits of science, these experiments, this bit of knowledge is forbidden to us. We hear this a lot from the Catholic Church. I've heard that over the years about different things. Particularly cognitive research, learning about the brain, genetic research and stuff. There's definite ethical questions that should be asked. But these are debates. These aren't flat out, no, you can't do this because my God says so. That doesn't teach us anything. That doesn't grow us anything. Telling a kid, no, because I said so, doesn't teach them anything. I think this is a big problem. I just get frustrated, when I see, theists that accept so much of science and then reject wholeheartedly other parts because it, just as much as the creationist, hits their points they don't accept. Is someone that accepts evolution and rejects Big Bang cosmology and whatnot somehow less of a science hater, more of a science acceptor than someone that rejects all that plus creationism? Are we really saying that it's okay to reject some science and not others? let's make the point at which we, just assume we've won because creationism is gone, isn't going to help us, because we're still funding towards research of certain things is going to be cut. We have people who say cosmology is a waste of money, astronomy is a waste of money. All these things are a waste of money. Not because we can't learn anything, or because what we learn isn't going to be useful, but because there's nothing there to learn. I don't know. Comment below, let me know your thoughts. Also, subscribe to Panthers 2. I'm going to try to set this as a response video to it. He did a real great couple of videos. The Living Dinosaur already gave him a shout out, but definitely worth checking out. If there's anybody that isn't subscribed to Living Dinosaur, subscribe to him too. I'll link both of their channels below. But from what I've seen so far, he's definitely got some good stuff.